Start.
Today we are going to discuss games and strategies. A competitive situation will be called a game if it has the following properties. So I think in many practical situations we require a decision making in a competitive situation. So when do you call a competitive situation as a game means it should have the following characteristics. They are: there should be a finite number of competitors. Competitors are nothing but the participants in the or players in the given competitive situation are called the competitors. There should be a finite number like 2 or 3. There should be a finite number of competitors in the given competitive situation, and each player should has a finite number of strategies. What do you mean by strategies? Strategies are nothing but the available alternatives. So each player, maybe 2 or 3 out of the available for each and available player, there should have a finite number of strategies. The other name for strategies is nothing but alternatives. Whatever the alternatives, there should be have a finite number of alternatives for each of the players. And a play or of a game takes place when each player employs his strategy. Every game results in an outcome which is commonly called as payoff. The game results are called the payoff. So these are the terminology we are going to use: the competitors, strategies, and payoff. The number of participants are called the competitors or players. The alternatives available to the players are called the strategies, and the result of the game is known as the payoff for each of the player. So whenever we have exactly 2 players, we call that as 2-person zero-sum game. Whenever if the number of players, as I said you that there should be finite number of players. If the number of players are 2, we call that as 2-person game. When do you call this as a zero-sum game means whenever the algebraic sum of gains, losses of all players is 0. That is, the gain of one player will be the loss of the another player, and the loss of one player will be the gain of the other player. So if these two are satisfied, that is, if at all there are 2 players and the algebraic sum of gains and loss of the all players is 0, we call that as 2-person zero-sum game. Now our objective is to find out which strategy that the player should follow to win the game or to obtain the value of the game. So under game theory, we are going to obtain which alternative the player should choose to get a good result of the game. Here in game theory, we are going to find out the optimum strategies and value of the game. In game theory, we are going to find optimum strategy. Optimum means which maximizes or which minimizes the given competitive situation. Optimum strategy you need to find out, and you need to find out the value of game. Value of game is nothing but the gain or loss at the end of the game is said to be the value of the game. Under game theory or game problem, we are going to find out the optimum strategy. What do you mean by optimum strategy? It is the strategy which is to be selected by the player to get the best output of the game, and the output of the game is known as the value of the game. We are going to find out these two under this: optimum strategy and value of the game. So what are the different techniques you have to find out the value of the game and or to solve a given? Solving a game involves these two. So let us see what are the different available techniques here, which is nothing but maxi-min and mini-max principle, which is also called saddle point technique. Maxi-min and mini-max. Second one is nothing but whenever a given game problem doesn't have a saddle point, we are going to use another method called mixed strategies. And the third one is nothing but graphical method. So to solve a game, solving a game involves finding the optimum strategy and value of the game. To do this task, we can use either of the methods depending upon the given game problem. Either you can use maxi-min, mini-max whenever there exists a saddle point. Whenever there is no saddle point, you cannot go for the first method. You are going to select the mixed strategies method. When you are going to use this graphical method means whenever you know that graphical means it should have either 2 by n or n by 2. Let us discuss when we come to this graphical method. So let us discuss the first method called maxi-min or mini-max, also called the saddle point technique. So before going to that, let us see how a game problem is denoted. Generally, the game problem is denoted in a matrix form. With this we call as a payoff matrix. Whatever the elements given in the matrix, we call as the payoff. On the left hand side and the top, we are going to specify the player. Let us suppose that there are two players, or here throughout this we are going to discuss only two-person game, which indicates that we are going to have only two persons in the player A and player B. And moreover, here you are going to write A1, A2, AN, which these A1, A2, AN indicates the strategies. What do you mean by strategies? Strategies are nothing but available alternatives for player A. He can choose either A1 strategy or A2 or AN depending upon the move of player B. Here also let us suppose that you have B1, B2, BM. Let us suppose that B1, B2, BM are nothing but the strategies of these are for player A and these are for player B. Means game problem, the structure of game problem will be in a matrix form where the elements are called the payoff. This this is called the payoff matrix. Left hand side you are going to indicate one player, on the top you are going to indicate another player along with their strategies. So if I write in this way, it means that you are given with a two-person with A having two strategies A1, A2, B having two strategies B1 and B2. This A11 is called the payoff to B. When the move of this is the payoff associated when A chooses the alternative A1 and B chooses the alternative B1. A12 is nothing but payoff associated with move of A1 to B2, A1 strategy to B2. Similarly, this is the payoff associated with the strategy A2 taken by A and B1 taken by B. And this is nothing but payoff associated to strategy A2 taken by A and B2 taken by B. So we call this as payoff. These we call as strategies. Now let us deal with saddle point technique. So saddle point is also called maxi-min and mini-max principle. So this method, first of all, whenever it is given that solve the following game or find the value of the game, always you check for only in the first step you check for saddle point or max mini, then only you go for any other method. Let us take this one which is nothing but, let us take one example on this. So the question given is nothing but solve the game whose payoff is given by the payoff given to you is nothing but b1, b2, b3, a1, a2, a3. Means you have to always only two players here, player A, and this is associated with player AB. What I said here, this matrix is called payoff matrix. So the elements given to you here are 1, 3, 1, 0, minus 1, minus 3, 1, 5, minus 1. So you need to obtain the value of the game. So let us say that what are the basic steps in observing the saddle point or finding the value of the game. So what is the matrix given to you? I'll rewrite that again. B1, B2. These are called the strategies. Strategies of player A. See girls, the payoff may be with plus sign or minus sign with 0. As we are calling it as payoff, it may be a loss or gain. So as you know that if it is a loss, you are going to indicate with minus, which don't bother whether the payoff consists of negative or positive or net 0. Now using this saddle point technique, in the step 1, you need to find out minimum of each row. Step 1, you find out minimum of each row. I think these are the rows here. Minimum of each row. Let us indicate with R. What is the minimum payoff here? Out of 1, 3, 1. 1 is the minimum one. For the second row also you find out the minimum is here minus 4. In the third one, 1, 5, minus 1, the minimum is minus 1. What is step 2? You select maximum of each column. You find out minimum of each row and write on the against each row and find out maximum of each column. What is the maximum here? It is 1, it is 5 and it is 1. After finding this, we are calling this saddle point technique is also as maxi-min should be equal to mini-max for existence of saddle point. So you have calculated minimum of rows. Now you find out minimum of the row elements. This is nothing but maximum of, what are the minimum of each row? 1, minus 4, minus 1. What is the max of this? 1. Similarly, you need to find out minimum of max. Means you find out minimum of, you have calculated maximum of each column, which is nothing but 1, 5, 1, which is nothing but 1. If there exists a saddle point for the given game problem, mini-max should be equal to max-min. Here also we have observed maxi-min is equal to 1. Also mini-max is equal to 1. Where do you observe that as? Here I think you got here. This is the value where you got both as unique. So you are going to put a star against this. So you have maxi-min is equal to mini-max. Therefore, there exists a saddle point for it. There exists a saddle point. Where does it exist? It exists corresponding to B1 and corresponding to A3 at the strategies A3, B1. And you have obtained the strategy, means you should follow A3 and the strategy should be selected by player A and player B are nothing but A3, B1, and value of game is equal to the saddle point itself will be the value of the game. What is the saddle point here? Minimax is equal to max-min is equal to saddle point. The value here is 1. Therefore, the value of the game is 1. You can do, means whenever it's given to you to solve a problem, to solve a game problem, always you should select the first one called saddle point by choosing max-min. What is the first step? Calculate the minimum of each row. Calculate the maximum of each column. After this, what is the principle here? Maxi-min. You need to identify maximum of these minimum elements. You'll get one value, and minimum of these maximum element. You'll identify that also. If at all these two are equal, we say that there exists a saddle point. Where do you find this saddle point? Corresponding to 1. This one is against A3 and against B1. So they should choose the strategies A3, B1. Then they are going to get the value of game as 1. We indicate the value of game with new. Okay. This is the case when there exists a saddle point. Thank you.